Hi, we'll be practicing a small series for the abdominals and the low back this morning to help alleviate any tension you might be having. So as you prepare for the class, you might need a bolster, a block, and a strap, depending on your comfort level. So then just take time to lie down on your mat. If you do have a sore lower back, support your knees with a bolster or rolled up towel or something like this. Make sure that your hips feel centered on the mat. The shoulder blades are tucked down and under, away from the neck, so you have always lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. So remember, you don't need to be doing anything else right now except just breathing. So again, take another deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Feel the body melting down towards the mat as you let go of all of that muscular effort you've been making. Another time, inhale nice and deeply, and exhale with a sigh. Remind yourself again, there's nothing you need to do that's more important than looking after yourself for this moment. Allow all of your body to melt down towards the floor, and take time to connect into the breath as you allow all of those external thoughts to be released. So as you begin, just notice the pace of your breath and allow it to become slower and slower with each cycle. And consciously make an effort to breathe deeply, even deeper than you were before. So each time you inhale, you're going to feel your belly inflate like a big balloon. And as you exhale, you feel your stomach moving back in towards the spine. So when you're inhaling fully and exhaling completely. So if it's possible for you, we like to inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. At the same time, to make the ujjayi breathing, we want to keep the larynx slightly contracted so that we do make a sound with the breath. So in English, this is called the ocean sounding breath. And you'll notice that it sounds a lot like waves. Excellent. So keep breathing like that. And at the same time, we're going to work with the mula bandha, which is basically contracting the low abdominals. So as we exhale, we're going to press the belly button in towards the spine, move the low rib cage down towards the hip bones, and contract the Kegel muscles. So we do have that very strong unit in the abdominal section. So again, as we inhale, the belly loosens, we let it inflate as big as possible. And as we exhale, again, we bring the low rib cage down, we push the belly back in, and we squeeze in on the Kegel muscles. Again, we're going to completely relax the belly so we can inhale nice and deeply. Exhale, push the belly button in, bring the low rib cage down, squeeze in on the Kegel muscles. Excellent. So again, we keep a hold of that ujjayi breathing, the contraction in the belly. And one final element for this moment. As we inhale, we want to imagine that we're bringing all of the energy up from the base of the spine, through the front line of the body to the third eye. As we exhale, we let all that energy travel back down through the hollow column of the spine to the tailbone. And again, as we inhale, this energy rises up. Ideally, we have a physical sensation with this. So as you inhale, all the energy is rising up towards the third eye. We feel nice and energetic. And as we exhale, we feel that comfort of coming back down towards the earth. And we let all of that weight come back down to feel grounded again. If you have a hard time directing your energy, it's just a memory. So as you inhale, imagine something that gives you a head rush. And as you exhale, imagine something that makes you feel grounded. For example, stamping your feet to the ground. Very good. So now we're going to start coordinating all of these elements with physical movements. So if you do have a block or anything under your knees, push it to the side now. Keep your knees bended. Make sure you're still comfortable on the floor. And lift your feet up just slightly from the ground. If you need to, make sure that your low back is still comfortable by adjusting your hips. Now this movement can be very small or very big depending on how you're feeling. So start small and just start drawing the figure 8 in the sky with the knees. So you're exhaling down and around, inhaling up and around. And if your low back feels comfortable, feel free to make the movement bigger and bigger. But never move until you feel pain. It's okay to feel tiny amounts of stretching and moving, that's good. But we're retraining the body to release pain, not create it. Also take time to change directions. Use that Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi's breath is amazing because it eliminates the stress hormones. Good. Next time you come towards the right, allow your knees to come down to the floor and your feet as well. If you're very stiff and that feels too much, you can either lower the knees further and further away from the back, or you can bring that cushion back and allow your knees to rest. So once you find that place where you do feel a little bit of movement or stretching in the spine, that's perfect. Extend your arms out to a T position and turn your head gently to the left. So again, keep that deep breathing. You probably feel it now more in the rib cage. So as you inhale, your rib cage is going to reach up towards the sky. Your elbow and your shoulder might even come up off the ground. And exhale to fully release all of that muscular work again. Feel your body melting down. So again, inhale fully and completely. Exhale, contracting with the belly button. Good, a few more times. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. So we're trying to just release as much tension with as least amount of physical effort as possible. All of the effort can be put around your breath. Good, press your belly button in towards the spine, bring your knees back to the center, and then slowly bring them to the left side. Good, turn your head gently towards the right. And again, work at your own comfort level. So you can lower your knees away from the back, and bring them closer in towards the chest. If you need, you can use your cushion too and support your knees totally. Good. Once you find the right position for you, and you'll know it because you'll feel that nice release in the back, turn your head gently towards the right. And again, start working with the breath. Inhaling fully and completely, and exhaling fully and completely. Now, if you do keep contracting through the abdominals, you'll notice that even just while you're using the breath and not making much physical effort at all, you're going to feel the low back start contracting and releasing. You'll feel the abdominals start working as well. So you might feel a little bit of strain in the abdominals. That's fine. Again, never pain. Perfect. Bring your belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, bring your knees back to the center. And exhale, place your feet down on the floor about hip distance away. So now you're going to need your block. Make sure you're still comfortable on the floor. Your shoulder blades are still tucked under. Keep your feet about hip distance apart, toes spread. And then press your feet to the ground to lift your hips up just a little bit from the mat. And you're going to sit down on your block, but just where the tailbone is, so that the upper part of the sacrum can start descending towards the floor. So it's not a big sensation you're going to feel at all, unless you're in quite a bit of pain this morning. So again, We're just going to allow all the muscles to relax. You concentrate in on that breath. So inhale to your 100%. Feel the belly rise up. As you exhale, squeeze the belly button in. Feel the contraction in the abdominals. Feel the Kegels start kicking in. Again, inhale. Let the belly fill. And then exhale fully and completely. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And allow your low back to start dropping down to the floor. So some of us will tense up and try to keep the back fairly stable, but we're actually trying to make like a hammock kind of feeling in the low back, so that all the tendons, the ligaments, the muscles in that area can really start stretching out. Keep listening into the breath, so you contract the throat the whole time. Good. Now again, press your feet ever so slightly to the floor. Remove the block and very slowly come down one vertebrae at a time until your buttocks come down to the floor. So a lot of us, especially first thing in the morning, will feel like our low back has straightened slightly like this. We don't have such a curve. So a lot of times that will just bring in a lot of comfort on its own. Now again, bring your knees in towards your belly. And this time just go into a very gentle sway. So we're exhaling our knees down a little bit towards the right. Inhaling to center. Exhaling slightly down towards the left. Inhaling to center. And keep rocking back and forth just until you feel a slight twist or stretch in the spine. There's no obligation to bring your knees down the whole way, but if you do feel changes in your back, adjust accordingly. Perfect. Come back to the center. Exhale, bring your feet down to the floor. And then inhale, we're going to raise up one leg. So I'm going to start with the right leg here. Depending on your level of flexibility, you might need a strap. If you're using a strap, place it over the balls of the feet, just under the toes. And then we're going to just slightly pull in with the knee straight. Even think about pressing up through the heel until you feel a slight stretch in your hamstring. If you need to, you can hold on to your ankle or calf. Again, inhale, straighten. Exhale, pull in. You can keep your head on the floor if you like. So every time we inhale, we're going to make sure that our posture is really good. So the knees straight, we press up through the heel. And again, exhale. If you need to, pull in just ever so slightly. Feel that stretch in the hamstring, releasing all the tension through the back of the leg and the low back. And again, if you're able to, as you exhale, pull in another few centimeters or a few millimeters, or not at all if your leg just needs to adjust. Do it when your body is ready. Take your time again, one more time. Inhale, straighten the knee, flex through the foot, and exhale, pull in ever so slightly. Make sure that your shoulders are still nice and relaxed. Excellent. As you exhale, release the arms. Point up through the toe this time. And again, we're going to be working nice and comfortably through the abdominals. So as you exhale, contract, pushing the belly button down towards the spine. The low rib comes down. The Kegels contract, and we slowly lower the leg towards the floor. You can go as ever far as you want. As you inhale, flex your foot, raise up. Point your toe. If it's hard for you, flex everything through the belly before you bring the leg down to the floor. And again, it just goes to wherever you want. You can just do a little leg lift if that feels good for your low back. Come back. So our goal here is to feel those abdominals kicking in as we work slowly through the leg lifts. So this is going to help, especially the low abdominals, become nice and strong and protect your low back as you stretch it out. Perfect. As you inhale, come back. Hold on to the ankle or calf. Flex your foot, straighten your knee. Exhale, pull back nice and slowly until you feel that nice place where you do have a stretch in the hamstring. But again, never any pain. Inhale, straight through the leg. Exhale, pull back. So again, you want to feel the work, but you never want to feel any type of pain because we're re-educating the brain to work without pain. So as soon as you feel pain, the body's going to try to protect you and contract so you won't be able to release. Very good. So this time, if you're just using your hands, you can bind your big toe with the first two fingers of the right hand, or you can put the strap on the ball of the foot if you were using the strap. And then exhale, lower your right leg towards the right, keeping your left hip pinned to the floor. So you're just going to bring your leg down enough that you feel a stretch in the inner thigh. Again, no pain. And we're going to let the gravity do all the work for us. So whenever you feel that release, allow your leg to come down a little bit more to the floor, but keeping that integrity of the posture by pushing the left hip downwards. So we're really concentrating on the right inner thigh. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep the breath nice and deep. And again, don't forget about your abdominals. So every single time you exhale, you press the belly button in, the rib cage moves down, we pull in on the Kegel muscles. Perfect. Inhale, we're going to come back. One more time. You can either keep a hold of that strap or hold on to your ankles. We're going to flex the foot, straighten the knee. Exhale, pull back to wherever you feel that stretch. And this time we're just going to slowly wave the legs side to side, maybe 5 centimeters to each direction. So exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. And connect into the back of your body. Really pay attention to all of the sensations you have. And in this little movement, notice where you feel the most tension. So we have 3 muscles running in the back of the legs primarily that we're concentrating on. So I can feel my stretch as I go a little bit more towards the left. So I'm going to hold my legs steady here. You find your perfect little position. Again, press up through the heel, straighten the knee, and then pull back so you're coming back in on the same angle, just enough that you feel that stretch. Keep breathing deeply. And every time you feel the relaxation in the hamstrings, pull back just another few millimeters. Excellent. As you exhale, release your hands to the ground, point up through the toe. And this time to work with the abdominals, we're going to do leg circles. So the leg circle should be only as big enough as that your hips don't move on the ground. We want to feel just the leg bones circulating through the socket. So we're going to exhale, important for the abdominals, swing the leg down and around. Inhale, bring the leg back and around. So again, we want to keep the shoulders nice and soft, so it's the abdominal muscles working and not the shoulder muscles. And then change directions. So again, we're inhaling up and around, exhaling down and around. And the most important thing is the contraction through the abdominals. The size of the circle, honestly, doesn't make that much of a difference. It's really learning to train your limbs to work while your abdominals are engaged. Perfect. Come back to the center. This time we're going to bend the leg at the knee, interlace the hands over the knee, and if it's comfortable for your low back, extend your left leg down on the ground. If not, keep your leg bent. Good. Take a deep breath in. So we exhale, we're going to pull down on that knee so it comes in towards the rib cage, and keep the arms strong so it can't move. If your left leg is extended on the ground, flex your left foot and press your left thigh down towards the floor as well. Now, again, keeping your arms nice and strong, press the knee up into the hands so you activate the psoas muscle. And then just breathe. Try to think about extending the left heel as far away as you can from the right knee and pressing that left leg down to the ground. So each time you're exhaling, you're seeing if you can bring the knee down a little bit more, the thigh down a little bit more. And the psoas has remarkable effects on the low back, so really pay attention to it. Excellent. As you exhale, release all of that muscular tension. Keep your left hand on the right knee. Extend your right arm out to the side. And as you exhale, you just swing that left knee towards the left, just to wherever it feels good at your low back. Inhale, come back to center. So you're going to start softening the low back with this repetitive motion. And it's really important that you stay connected to the sensations you're having in your back. So each time you come down towards the left, see if your back allows you to go a little bit more. Good. Keep getting the back softer and softer with repetitions. And then on your next exhalation, allow your knee to go down to the left side. Turn your head towards the right. And allow your back to completely and totally soften. Take deep breaths, feeling the ribcage move up towards the sky. Exhale, allow the body to melt down totally and completely. Good. And then on your next exhalation, slowly unwind to your back. Take a moment if you need to reposition your body. If you're comfortable, extend your legs down on the floor. If not, you can keep them bent. Adjust your shoulders, keeping lots of space between the ears and the shoulders, palms rotated up towards the sky. And take a moment to check in with your body. So you've completed the cycle on one side. So notice, for example, if you feel any type of sensations like the circulation increasing, the tension decreasing. I know for me, I feel my right side much more grounded to the mat as the tension is evaporated. Good, so we're going to start on the other side now. So you can start with your legs bended. And we'll begin ever so slowly by inhaling, raising the left leg up towards the sky, holding onto the calf or the hamstring. If you need to again, feel free to take your strap around the ball of the foot, and then you can hold onto the strap with both arms. It's really nice if you can keep your shoulders and your elbows relaxed. If you do have more of a flexibility, you can hold onto the ankle. You can flex your foot, straighten the knee, and then exhale, bring your legs slightly in towards your body. So just take a moment too to notice if one side feels tighter than the other. I know for myself, I had an injury in my left hamstrings, and so this side is much tighter than the other. And so we're adjusting to the sensation, not to the angles. So the important thing is that you still have that feeling where you're being stretched, but you don't enter into the pain. And think about those little adjustments you can do. Inhaling to straighten the leg, exhaling to pull in. Very good. So we're going to begin our leg lifts. So exhale, release your arms down to the floor. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Point your toe upward. Exhale, squeeze down on the abdominals. Keep the movement nice and steady. Go down to wherever you feel it's appropriate for you. Inhale, flex the foot and raise it back up nice and slowly. So again, point the toe, exhale down. Flex the foot, inhale up. Every time you exhale, you want to really think about the abdominals. It's the most important thing. Even if you're tired, you can do just the breathing part and keep the abdominals contracted as you exhale. So again, exhale, squeeze the belly button down, the low rib cage comes down towards the low hip bones, and we squeeze in on the Kegel muscles. If you notice that you're straining your shoulders, maybe your leg lift is too big, maybe you're not concentrating enough on your abdominals. So just make sure that you're keeping your shoulders relaxed at the same time. Now we're going to inhale, again, hold on to the ankle or calf, and then flex your foot, just straighten the knee. Very good. Either hold on to your big toe with the first two fingers of the left hand, or you can use your strap around the ball of the foot. Keep your right hip pinned down to the floor, and then exhale to open the left leg to the left. So, if you can, flex your foot, keep the leg straight, and pin your right hip bone down to the floor so that you know that it's really just the left thigh that's engaging. I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. Again, keep your body very relaxed. The gravity is going to do the work for you. You just have to keep breathing deeply. And sometimes we have to remind our body that these are safe things to do, and always just work on what is your limit. Never go past that. And you'll notice that with each breath, the limit might change and you adjust accordingly. Very good. Inhale, bring your leg back to the center. Again, you can hold on to your strap if you prefer, or hold on to your ankle. You're going to straighten the knee, flex the foot. Exhale, bring the leg in ever so slightly so that you feel that stretch in the hamstring. And this time we're going to swing slightly back and forth. So exhale the leg towards the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, swing it maybe 5 centimeters to the left. And bring it back to center. So again, swing the leg just ever so slightly with the breath. And notice all of the sensations. So it's you being your own therapist this morning. So you want to find that angle that has the most tension. And then hold the leg steady there. So again, flex your foot, straighten the knee, exhale, pull in on whatever that angle is for you to relieve the most tension possible this morning. Concentrate in on the breath and listen in to the sound of the waves. Very good. As you exhale, release the arms down, point the toe up, and we'll start our leg circles with the abdominal movements. So exhale, squeeze in the abdominal muscles, bring the leg down and around. Inhale, up and around as you relax the belly. So remember, as you do this, you want to keep the hip bones steady on the ground and just make a small circle so that the hips don't move. Because when we move the hips, we're going to engage all the glutes and the piriformis. We want to just really be concentrating in on our low abdominal muscles and the obliques. And then change direction. Exhaling down and around. Inhaling up and around. Last one. Good. Bring your leg back into the center. This time we're going to bend the leg at the knee, interlace the fingers over the left knee. If you still have tension in the low back, keep your right knee bent, not extend it down on the floor. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the knee downwards. Flex the right leg so that you're pressing the knee down, the foot's folded. Good. Exhale. Bring the knee in towards the belly a little bit more and think about those abdominal muscles. So we're inhaling, you're going to feel your belly press against your thigh probably. Exhale, pull the knee down if you have a little bit more space. Press that right leg towards the floor and really think about extending the right heel away from the left knee. So creating space through the sacrum. Notice if you have the same sensation on both sides. Good. Keep your arms strong so the knee is supported. And then on your next exhalation, you can release that muscular tension. Keep your right hand on the left knee. Extend your left arm out to the side. And again, we're going into a moving twist. So exhale, bring that right knee toward, or the left knee towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Again, exhale, bring the knee towards the right. You can turn your head towards the left if that's more comfortable for you as you move. Good, just move until you feel a nice stretch in the low back with no pain. Allow your back to keep softening with the movement, just going towards your limit but never past. Very good. As you exhale, let the knee come down towards the right, wherever it's comfortable for you. You can even again support it with a pillow if your low back is very sensitive this morning. Turn your head gently towards the left. Allow the body to melt down towards the floor. So really all you have to do is on your inhalations, use all of your breath efforts with the breath. So your inhale, you want to feel your rib cage rise up towards the sky. You might feel that movement between the shoulder and the elbow. Exhale, let it come back down towards the floor. Inhale, stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. And just a few more times. If you're feeling comfortable, again, close your eyes and just notice all the sensations. Good, as you exhale, release. Keep your knees bent for a moment. Get back to the center of your mat. Bring your arms more towards your sides. Lift the knees up so your feet are dangling one more time. And they'll just be down by your hips. And imagine the knees as your focal point. So we're going to draw the figure 8 in the sky. Whatever size feels appropriate for you is great. Take time to release any more tension that you might have stored in the low back through the movement. And then we're going to change directions. Good. Imagine this like a nice massage of the low back. Good. Bring your knees back to the center. Lift your feet up towards the sky. Press up through the heels. And it's up to you if you'd like to lower one leg down at a time or both, but just do what's appropriate for your back. So again, abdominal muscles are nice and contracted. When we exhale, nice and slowly the legs down towards the floor. And while you come down again, take a moment to adjust. If you want to relieve a little bit more tension from the low back, you can use your cushions under your knees. Tuck your shoulder blades back and down. Palms rotate up towards the sky. Good. Close your eyes. One last time, take a deep breath in. And exhale with a sigh. And with that final sigh, notice the back of your body melting down towards your mat. So you don't need to be making any more adjustments. You don't even need to be concentrating on your back, on your breath. Just allow everything to move towards stillness. As you allow everything to quiet, take a moment to notice what's happening in your body. You can compare your right side to your left side. Notice if you feel any tingling sensation in the body. Notice what tensions have left your back since the beginning of the class. And notice too what might still be lingering on. Notice if this has changed your moods and your emotions. And allow yourself to even drift away from those thoughts to the complete and total empty silence. So that your body has time to integrate all the movements and heal. And then you can start wiggling your fingers and your toes to wake up nice and gradually. If you have a cushion under your knees, you can move it to the side now. Bring your arms up and over your head and take a deep, deep, deep stretch all the way from the fingers to the toes. The right side and the left side. Again, if you need to. Good. Bring your knees in towards your belly. You can hug them nice and tight. Rock a little bit side to side. Good. And then when you're ready, come up to a seated position. If you're comfortable, you can cross your legs. Move the flesh from the thighs. The shoulders come back and down. So nice and tall through the spine, keeping your chin low. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. And we'll chant Om to end the class today. Inhale. Namaste. Keep well.